A tragic ending to report this morning in the search for 5-year-old Shaniya Davis. Officials believe they found the little girl's remains yesterday in a wooded area of Sanford, North Carolina. Shaniya had been missing a week. Her mother, Antoinette Davis, accused of selling little Shaniya for sex, did not enter a plea in court yesterday. Meanwhile, Mario McNeil, the man seen on hotel surveillance footage carrying the little girl into a hotel room, is charged with kidnapping. And last night, Shaniya's father broke down at a candlelight vigil.
Just bless her and bless those who did not know no better.
So will her mother now be charged with murder? Joining me from Newton, Massachusetts is former prosecutor Wendy Murphy. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning, Maggie.
Even if Shaniya's mother is not directly linked to her killing, do you feel she will be charged in some way, either as accessory to murder?
Well, it's a good question. We don't know enough yet for me to answer that in a legal sense, but I can tell you this. If she knew that the child was being taken or delivered, I should say, for prostitution purposes, then yes, she could be charged with murder in what's called the felony murder rule. In other words, she's responsible for the consequences of a murder that follows in connection with a felony, and it certainly is a felony that she's charged with thus far. So the possibility is there for sure.
The felony being child prostitution, which is the hardest thing for any of us who hear this story to wrap our heads around. Prosecutors will have a hard time convincing a judge and jury that a mother is capable of doing that to her child.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's going to be the best defense here. Just saying to the jury, it doesn't make sense, therefore you have reasonable doubt. And believe me, it works. But you know, Maggie, the truth is, sometimes mothers are capable of terrible things, and we romanticize motherhood sometimes to our own disadvantage, especially when it comes to protecting children. We have to be willing to accept that sometimes mothers can do things like this, literally sell their children for money. You know, I know that it's hard to believe, but the fact is this could be a desperate mom. Perhaps there's a history of addiction. She might have a drug debt of some sort. I'm speculating here, of course, but desperate mothers sometimes do terrible things. On the other hand, there's a boyfriend in the picture, and there's also a story that I've seen too many times in my career where it's the boyfriend driving the story, and he's literally saying to this woman, if you want to stay with me, if you love me, you will let me use your child for sexual purposes, for prostitution purposes. That's all too common too, and that's more a function of domestic violence, the control and abuse of the man. We don't know enough yet whether the real bad guy here is the guy or the mother.
So where do you see this investigation going next, Wendy?
Well, we certainly have to see what she says. She has counsel. She may assert her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. But I'll tell you this much. If she really is more of a victim than a perpetrator, then she's going to tell the authorities exactly what she knows about the men involved in this story. She could well be working on making some sort of deal just like that right now. It remains to be seen. Thus far, she's not saying anything.
All right, Wendy Murphy, thank you so much.